In today's video, we meet Future Andrew. Future Andrew talks to us about the importance of not comparing page views between different platforms. If you want to hear about such an exciting, thrilling subject, then stay tuned. The intro's rolling now. Hi folks, and welcome to the video. For those of you new to the channel, my name's Andrew. I'm a part-time eBay and Amazon reseller, which means I buy stuff and I sell it on eBay and Amazon, basically, hopefully for a profit. Anyway, I've seen quite a few posts recently or over the last few months comparing page views on Vinted versus eBay, and saying how much better the page views and the traffic is on Vinted than it is on eBay, but without actually, I think, perhaps understanding the reasons why on the behalf of the posters who have made those posts. So I thought I would just challenge that assumption that Vinted gets more traffic than eBay, or you get more views if you put something on. Oh, sale. Shouldn't get distracted from filming. I do these in one take, so don't be surprised if I do. So yeah, I thought I would challenge that assumption a bit with just a bit of knowledge that I've gained that may help you stop worrying about page views on eBay versus page views on Vinted and stop comparing the two. So we're going to switch to Future Andrew in a minute, who's going to be showing a few details from the eBay page views page. So let's just do a smooth transition cut to that, which won't be smooth at all. Hello folks, and it's Future Andrew here. Although actually it's only a few seconds to me and probably even less time to you. But anyway, this is eBay's help page on page views. Now I remember some time ago, might have been 2021, might have been earlier, that eBay made a change to its page view metrics so that it didn't record any longer page views by bots. Now a bot could be Google coming along and finding your listing. It could be something else that other search engines coming along and finding your listings. It could be Pinterest. It could be whoever what. It's just a piece of software that comes along, finds your listing, and that gets counted as a view, or it did get counted as a view. But eBay made a change. So what they count now as a page view is when somebody views your listing on the eBay mobile website or mobile app, and if the same person views your listing, clicks away and then comes back, that counts as a second view. So that's what shows on your stats when you look at your page views on your eBay app. It doesn't count if it comes up on a search result or an ad placement, but the user doesn't click on it to view it, and it doesn't count when you're logged into eBay and view your own listing. That's another misconception, actually. I've had people saying it's not recording page views, even though I've gone in and looked at the listing myself. It won't record you doing that. And the key bit here is when your listing is viewed by a bot, which is the change that was made by eBay 2, 3, 4 years ago. So eBay will remove any views from bots from your listing. It sets a filter basically to remove what it counts as a bot view, so it won't show up in your view count, and it actually does a secondary filter daily where it will strip away any views that it considers to be by a bot, which means your view count may go further down on items. I don't think it works fully. I think it gets rid of legitimate views, because the number of times where I've sold an item that has no views on it is quite high. That item that I just sold then, believe it or not, 0 views on it, 1 watcher, went out on an offer to watcher. So I think that that person who viewed that item had their view stripped away by this filtering process. So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that views on eBay don't really matter for anything, because It's not an accurate representation. eBay actually strip away views. In the old days, you'd have items that had dozens of listings on, and most of the time that wasn't actually a real person looking at the item, which is why they made this change. Now, the posts I've seen about Vinted showing the same item on eBay, maybe getting 1 or 2 views and getting 54 views, say, on Vinted. The reason I say don't worry about that is because those views on Vinted don't have this filtering in place. So that 54 views may not be 54 actual people. Vinted gets bots going in and looking to see what's on there as well. It may be not one single person has actually looked at your listing on Vinted. So there's absolutely no point in comparing the two, because eBay has filtering page to get rid of views that Vinted doesn't have. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is sales. If you're getting more sales on Vinted, great, concentrate on that. Although obviously Vinted is for personal sellers and not professionals, and I would only condone selling your personal items on there. And eBay is obviously for personal and business sellers. But ultimately, the key metrics that you should look at on eBay are your sales. How many sales are you getting? And your key metrics on Vinted that you look at, how many sales are you getting? If you've got 100 items listed on eBay and you're getting 10 sales a week from it, if you've got 100 items listed on Vinted and you're only getting 5 sales a week from it, eBay is doing better. If it's in reverse, Vinted is doing better. So that's the key thing to think about, is, are you getting the sales? If you're not getting the sales, have a look to see what you can do to change that. But don't worry about the views. Do not use views as a yardstick for judging how successful your listing is, because it just doesn't work. I probably should do another video about getting to the top of the best match and why looking for your own listings doesn't work on that as well. But perhaps that'll be a subject for another day. Anyway, if you've watched this sort of vaguely rambling video to the end and you found it useful and it stopped you worrying a bit about page views and stopped you comparing between different platforms. I've used eBay and Vinted as an example, but it applies to Depop and other platforms as well. You can use the same logic to pretty much any platform. They don't all strip away bot views in the way that eBay does. But if you enjoyed this video, do leave a comment below. And you've reached the end, just say something like code red. That could be the comment, code red. So that will confuse people no end, but let's see if we can get a code red comment on this. Anyway, that's enough from me now, folks. I'm going to try and do a bit more content this year. I've upped the quality, hopefully, so you can hear me properly using my new dildo microphone. That's probably going to get me demonetized now. Hoping to upgrade the camera setup at some point. I do have actual decent cameras, so let's see where it goes. Anyway, enough rambling. I've gone on for enough. Bye for now. See you on the next video.